Good morning, BHS. We're about to begin our speaker. You can please grab a plate of yummy breakfast and head to your table.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, BHS. We are in store for some playtime this morning with Alice. Alice Brink, BSED, maybe she'll tell us what that means, and MCLC is the founder of Energy InterPLAY, she's a self-empowerment coach, energy trainer, speaker, and author. She brings her experience as a public school teacher, Reiki Master, connection practice trainer, MAP method coach, entrepreneur, leadership coach, corporate trainer, and along with 30+ years of experience in real estate and self-development arena. Alice will lead us today in fun play with energy. We're going to learn about an innovative way to level up our results, resolve conflict, and establish deep connections through energy interplay. BHS, please welcome Alice.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good to be here with you all in a friendly playing field. Nice. Oh, go back. I need my notes. Okay, so before we start anything, if you'll notice at the beginning, at the top of your page, there's a little check-in phrase. And it says, how much joy pardon? Can you not? Am I on?
Okay.
All right.
Is this thing?
I want to hear you.
Is this thing on? All those things I said about Zach, did you guys hear that? Oh my gosh. All right, so at the top of your page, you're going to see a little, turn the page over, and you're going to see a check-in. How much calm, joy, and satisfaction are you feeling right now? Let's just check in and imagine in your mind's eye that a scale from 0 to 10 drops down. And so how much of that joy, satisfaction, and calm are you feeling right now in this moment? Let's just check in. And put that number down, and we'll just sticky note that. All right, since we're BHS and we start from the heart, we start and end from the heart, I'd like to take you guys on a quick little coherence journey. And I know we've done a little bit of this in the past, but I would like for you to have this tool for sure. So you can call on this tool in the moment. At any time you want. You can call on it at a stoplight. You can do it before or after a stressful event or meeting. You can also do it before you're entering into what could be an important or maybe a little challenging conversation. And so, who's heard of heart math? Yay. So the Heart Math Institute has done tons and tons of research about the heart and how powerful it is in driving our bus. And so we can strengthen our partnership with that heart by specifically activating it and allowing it to start informing the head a little bit more. And so 3 easy steps. Let's learn or review quick coherence. So the state of heart and head working together is coherence. And so since we're going to be doing some playing with energy, I wanted to start with the home base of the heart. So 3 easy steps: heart focus, heart breathing, heart feeling of appreciation. And so the research shows that that feeling of appreciation is the magic ticket. Gratitude's awesome, joy is awesome, love is awesome, but appreciation sets up a specific resonance field that makes the magic happen. And so just for today, let's practice appreciation with a trigger. And I'd like for you to close your eyes for just a second and imagine yourself standing in the most beautiful natural place you've ever been. Might be a vacation spot, might be a beautiful place 20 minutes up the mountain. Whatever that is, give me a little nod when you've got it. Just keep your eyes closed. Beautiful. Now, be in that place. Observe what's going on. How does the air feel on your skin? Look down at your feet. What's the ground like? Just allow your gaze to drift over that scene. What's happening? Are the trees looking good? Is there any wildlife? Is there a dragonfly? Just notice. Or maybe it's night. Maybe there are fireflies. Allow yourself to be there and notice the appreciation, the feeling of appreciation. Notice as you focus, the feeling of appreciation grows. And then draw that feeling of appreciation into the center of the chest, in the center of your heart space. Nice deep breath. Pull that feeling of appreciation deep, deep, and center of your heart space. You're never lose it. It's going to be there now, forever. You're going to be able to turn your attention to that appreciation trigger, an appreciation generator, anytime you like. All right, open your eyes. All right, so let me know if I get too quiet. Sometimes I tend to get quiet if I'm in the ethers. So now we're going to use that little appreciation generator for a third step in coherence. So we're going to heart focus, we're going to heart breathe, and then we're going to go into the feeling of appreciation for just a little bit. And you can practice and practice this so that what's going to happen is you're just going to think about it. Your mind's going to go, I'm going to go to coherence. You might place one or both hands on your heart to help you focus, and you're going to be in that state. And a useful trigger, it is kind of a cute thing, because when you shift the state, sometimes the sign of shifting your state is a yawn or a sigh. So you can watch for that shift and notice, oh, I must be in it. Something happened. My body's reacting to that new state. All right? So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes again. Let's go in. So you can place one or both hands on your heart if that helps you focus. I like it. Nice deep breath. Relax your shoulders a half inch. Now imagine your attention, your focus is resting at the center of your mind. And it's a little glowy ball of attention and focus. And now allow that focus to drift down, 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 and rest in the center of your heart space. Just breathe into your focus, resting in the center of your heart space. And now, as if you could breathe in and out from the center of your heart space, breathing in a relaxed rhythm, natural breathing, heart-centered breathing. I like to imagine that I'm breathing in all directions, in and out, as if my sphere of the breath is expanding, heart-centered breathing. And I'm calling into your heart that which generates the feeling of appreciation. Just flow in the feeling of appreciation in your heart. feeling of appreciation. And let's just feel appreciation. All right. Come back in the room. Okay, we're done. How was that for you? What'd you notice? You noticing? Did you notice that it was already easier to get to appreciation? Just going there again. So home base. So much of life carries us away from home base. So this is a great way to get back to home base and get reconnected to that. Anyway, so there's our starting point. All right, so on the page, you see, I've made some headings: love and relationships, business, ease and flow, money flow, and body and health. And so just consider for a moment each one of those areas and maybe jot down 1 or 2 or 3 things under those headings that you would like to improve by maybe 5 or 10%. Just an area that could be eased or conflict resolved or just better. I just want something a little better in that area. And we'll use that later. So just jot down a couple. While you're doing that, pass the toy. Oh, okay, I'm gonna let you pick one. One for just your table right now. Okay. Now I'm gonna let you pick one. Okay. You partners, don't feel left out. You can pick one. Okay, I'm gonna let you pick one. And then could one of you be partners with somebody at this table? Okay. Awesome. And I think yeah. I'm gonna be partner. Okay. Right. Okay. All right, so we're gonna just let that be. And so pick person with the ball, pick a partner. Pretty logical here. We just have one odd number table. So you guys, somebody from here. Oh, that is 4 people. Oh, I was like, pretty sure I counted okay over there. All right. All right, so whatever's comfortable for you, seated or stand up, let's play some catch. Let's play a little catch. So get at a comfortable distance. And let's play some catch. Okay, and there's a few things. Underhand. And it is a bouncy ball. Zach, did you know that? Okay, go ahead and play some catch. And just notice, as you play catch, notice the figure 8 you're creating. Up and over, down and up. Notice the figure 8. Isn't that fun?
You're good.
So you are creating. All right.
Oh, and I missed it.
I love these bouncy balls.
Oh, you lost it.
Bouncy balls for like 10. Okay, are you noticing that you're getting a little better with practice as you focus? Are you getting better than your partner? Oh, God. Okay, stop the balls. for a second. And so now we're going to practice, we're going to pretend like the balls are energy. And we're sharing the energy, sending the energy over. And just for fun, send it over with the intention of things are turning out better than expected for you, Jeremy. Things are turning out better than expected for you, Zach. Things are turning out better than expected. For that person, send that intention to your partner. Really send it. You can say it out loud. Things are turning out better than expected.
Turning out better than expected for you. Be open to receive abundance. Ooh, there's abundance everywhere.
All right, awesome. Wow, you guys are ad-libbing now. That's awesome. Of course. It's VHS. All right. Okay, now, somebody just hold on to the ball. And now do it without the ball. Send that energy over to that person. Things are turning out better than expected. Awesome. Things are turning out better than expected. Things are turning out better than expected. Balls are getting huge. All right. Now, this time when your partner sends it over, say, I accept that. Oh, I got a cheer on that one. Awesome. I accept that.
I accept that.
Oh, that would be question. All right. Everybody, you can take your seat.
Amazing.
How'd that feel?
Terrible.
Terrible.
It's torture.
Especially with a huge one being, flooded me. All right. So it feels good, doesn't it? We just moved the energy and we just reset the room. We got to, with our focus, choose what we're going to feel. Send it somewhere. Isn't that powerful? That's what we do. That's what we are. I really believe that's why we're here. It is intrinsically human to be able to focus and take our focus wherever we want, right? And even when we can't see it, our focus can still remain there. Our energy and focus can still remain there, right? So, who got jealous about the lit ball? This is a total surprise that we had this lit ball, but isn't that interesting how that pulled your focus away? If you were, oh, wait a minute, why did they get a lit ball? It's because we only got one. But it's also, it speaks to that, letting things pull you off your focus. And, there's a really good book that says stuff about coveting. Maybe it's about keep your energy in your lane. Maybe it's about focus on what you've got to do in this life. And don't get distracted by the shiny ball in life. All right, I love that one. We'll do some more with that. All right, so on your paper, you're going to see this beautiful oscillating. It's also called a lemniscape. So I was sitting by a river one day, and I wanted to start this book that I finished last year. And I wanted to write about energy. I just wanted my ideas about energy, how practical it is, how everybody has the right to do energy, and kind of a think and do page, I call it, of energy, where you learn a thing and do a thing. I was sitting by the side of the river of the Lions, and I was writing, and I was looking at the water. And the water didn't just flow. The water interacted with everything and came in contact with it. So the rocks changed the water. And the bank changed the water. And I'm sure the little fish, the little flip of the tail, changed the water. So it became clear to me that it's not just the flow of energy, it's the interplay of energy. It's how we are interplaying with each other. I'm not just flowing to Dee Dee. I'm flowing to Dee Dee, and she can see it, and she's flowing back to me. It's not about this no man is an island. And it is about no man is an island thing. It is an island with water bubbling. So consider that idea that we are interacting and flowing in this way. So I realized I love this shape. I was already using this shape in my coaching. And what happens with this pattern is it's a very balancing, calming pattern. So I work with people with high anxiety, like deathly fear of using the phone, for one example, a reception. And so I had her start doodling this pattern. This was years ago, probably 15 years ago. And it calms the mind. It gets right and left brain working together. We can do, remember the old elephant game when you were in school? That's getting right and left brain working together. I know I've done this with several of you, where you cross over. Everybody do this. Let's do this. This is another 911 energy thing. So hands straight ahead, then back of your hands facing. Cross it over and twist it up. Lower your shoulders a half inch and breathe. And you just crossed over your system and cross it in and hold it in and cross it up toward you. There we go. And so I've worked with people before they got on stage and had to remember their words. After an argument, really good way to put yourself back together. After an extremely stressful day on work, good way to pull yourself back together. It feels good, doesn't it? You notice the little shift? Yeah. So look at the figure eight. You made a figure eight, and you're reminding your body to get back in sync with your natural rhythms. So everything oscillates. Now they think at the end of these telomeres that are you don't want to trade them or you're getting old thing, the end is in this figure eight. You can also sway. This is a good belly dancing, and the movement of the skirts is getting that figure eight going and getting earth energy and our beautiful human energy working together. You know, I love the labyrinth, that oscillating of the labyrinth back and forth, or reminding our energy field of its healthy pattern. So I kind of love it. So on your paper, you could write down on number one, this could be the energetic invitation coming in. So when you threw the ball, you were sending the invitation for your partner to catch it. And then when you threw the goodwill of everything's turning out better than expected, you were sending that energy. You took that focus and you infused it with a feeling and an intention. And that was your power to do, and it felt good, didn't it? So we're sending the energetic invitation out. And then number two is their reception. It's really not our business. We did our part. We sent it out. They get to receive it how they receive it. Or the situation gets to receive it how it receives it. And then they get to respond. And number three is their response, or you could say its response. So we're sending out the energetic invitation. They get to receive it. They get to respond how they respond. Not our business. Not our business. Our business is our side of this loop. It's our side of this pattern. And then, can you guess what number four would be? Exactly. My response. I get to respond how I respond. They did their thing. They sent it over. That was their job. I get to respond. How powerful is that? And right in the center, I can put a big star right here. You know what that is? That is the freedom point. That is where I am free. Not my business how they receive what I'm pitching, how they catch it. I did my part. And then life's going to throw back what it throws back. And people are going to throw back what they throw back. Not my business, but my business is how I respond to that. And if I'm checking in with my state, and maybe if I'm going back to home base more often, I'm going to respond from home base. I'm not going to respond from fear and lack and all of that, jealousy over the, flip ball, all those things. So you could, in your space, write, see what shows up. This is my stuff. And what's that other stuff? This is their stuff. That's okay. You just gotta observe it. Be the compassionate observer in your life. I love this concept of the compassionate observer is looking at our life with a magnifying glass. But the magnifying glass looks like this. Can you guys see this in the back? Always thought this little heart thing was a little kitschy, but now I'm like. But this is how we're looking at our life as the compassionate observer. We're noticing, oh, this is me noticing that I'm a little triggered when, my son is disrespectful to me. That just came up. That's real. So I'm a little triggered, but you know what? That's his stuff. My job is to love him unconditionally. That's my job. So I get to keep doing that no matter how it's manifesting right now, right here. So think about that for a minute. What's your stuff? What's your stuff right now? So look at your list and those things that you'd like to change 10%. And look at that with maybe a little bit of a new eye. What's my stuff? What's their stuff? What's my stuff that I could change right there? And you can share that with your partner. If you just want to pick one thing on your list that you would like to change or improve or resolve, like 10%, whatever you're comfortable with on there, you can share that with your partner.
Might be a little less rich. Am I over here? Am I over here?
Be sure and switch and let your partner have a moment. And you can maintain privacy as much as you want. You don't have to bear it all right now. Just pick something for a little practice.
In regards to this, yeah, we're not responsible for that. It's like, what you think of me is not either.
And just look up here when you're complete, and I'll know you're complete.
I said I want to be able to see, but yeah. But body and mental. Yeah. Ideally, what I would do is just start taking pictures.
Okay, raise your hand if you need another minute. You guys need another minute to complete? Here.
I have been doing yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that.
All right, I'm gonna bring you back, you guys. Just a very beautiful observation from this point of view. The line of loving. Of course, we could talk all day. So now let's look at this a little with another. That was beautiful. Thanks for being vulnerable and sharing with your partner. So we also have the power to change things. We can take what is and we can infuse that with that which we want or desire. Super powerful. I can't say this is uniquely human because boy, are they finding out things about animals, aren't they, Melissa? It's amazing how sentient they are. And But notwithstanding my knowledge in this moment, humans have the unique ability to think about what they want, imagine, desire, have a desire that pulls us forward. So, for example, I use this technique specifically at the beginning of the year, and I chose 4 subject areas. One was love and relationships, one was a new home, one was my health, my body, and the other was business and abundance. And so the way my health manifested, what I imagined at this end of the loop was that I had this vision of me being my ideal weight, which was slimmer than I was right now. And I was in my old 501 jeans that I had when I was 18. And I was walking through a field of wildflowers, probably like Obi Joyful Trail down by Preston Butte. Has anybody been there? Go this year. Go. O-B Joyful. You know, you're in wildflowers this high. Although in my vision, it was this high. Because I was walking along quite lovely. And I had my fingers brushing over the tops of those wildflowers. That's emblazoned here. Kind of like my appreciation trigger is never going to go away. So I've not even, I've reconnected with that specifically, but then I forget about it, But it's happening. I lost almost 40 pounds. Really the easiest in my life, actually since the end of March. And it's just like things work now. All of a sudden it's easy. It's okay to do the intermittent fasting. I don't even think about it. I think the first meal was at 1 o'clock yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. So it's really interesting how you line up and you get your conscious, subconscious, and superconscious mind all together because you gave it some instruction. You told it what you wanted. And you're starting to get adept at this very beautiful ability you have to interplay with the energy. We're doing it all the time. We've manifested it. If we think about our house right now, or our state of our body, or whatever it is, state of our finances, we manifested that. Why can't we consciously manifest that which we desire? So, I'd like for you to bring up that thing that you were talking about with your partner. And now let's infuse that with that which you want. So it might look like, with my example, it might look like, oh, I feel at ease in my body for the first time in my life. Oh, I can go, my friend did. I can go to the thrift store and I can buy a size 8. All the cool dresses are size 8. I love the thrift store. I love it. But they're always cool, like a designer dress. So I'm never size 8. So I feel confident.
When she goes, you'll be a size 2.
Oh man, she got size 2. 10 years old, not size 2. That I gotta say that is such a great job for you. You were the passionate one. That is awesome.
I love this.
So let's think about your thing and let's put the feeling. Science is showing us. Look at what appreciation did for your state, and what it will do more for your state as you practice it. But think of the power of that feeling, and now let's put that feeling. What are those things you want to feel? And write a few of those down by your thing. What do I want to infuse that with? What outcomes? Ease and flow, joy, satisfaction. I want to have a better relationship with food. I want to raise that level. I want to have ease. I want to have connection. I want to have fun. I want to have joy. I want to have one of those things you want. That's going to be your home. All right, how can you use this technique now to resolve a conflict? When we first started talking about this talk, it's actually going to do another talk. It's different. So it's connection, conflict to connection, so let's tie that in. But it actually is a great tool. So think about a conflict you inner, outer, whatever. Yeah, maybe a little resistant, frustrating conversation you had in the last couple of weeks. How can you send the energy to that? What would you want to put in that field? What would you want to put in that field? You can just call it out. What would you want in there?
Love.
Love, kindness, acceptance, compassion. Put that energy in the field, everybody. We're working together. Put that in the field with your conflict. You're creating an energetic structure. That's a real thing. Well, the science will catch up, but it has mass. We can measure it on some spectrogram or something. We can see it. We have the right, if we have more developed vision. Let's see the right one. All right. How's that feel? What if you use that technique to go before you into the space? What if you set up the energetic framework and the bridge of connection, love, ease, appreciation, fairness, whatever it is? What if you set that up before you went into the negotiation? Realtors? What if you did that before you picked up the phone? You servants? Serving people? What if you did that before you walked into the space that you're creating? I'm sorry about your name. Celeste. What great name. Wonderful. Go to Celeste's place. What if you infuse that space intentionally before you walked into it? I've done it. I've done it in the boardroom before meetings where I've set that intention beforehand. I've done it a ton when people are going in for medical procedure and setting the space. Everything that's needed is there. All the knowledge is there. Right people are there. You know, the right information is going to come in. It's all there. And it makes a comfortable playing field. I just remembering this, when I would do some workshops, I would go and figure eight. Before I got this realization to share with you, I'd figure eight every seat, just to calm and balance the energy and make it a welcoming place for the people to come in. So you have a tool, you have power with that. Okay. Okay, so on your paper, if you'd like, you could fill in what focuses your what. What do you think that is? What's the blank? Fill in the blank. Pardon? Yes, but for this exercise, we're going to say attention. Attention. Attention focuses your what? Well, several right answers there. So we paid attention to throwing that ball. And then in the second part, we started to infuse it with what? Energy. Yeah, attention focuses your energy. Look at this. It's so easy to just follow the ball, right? So I guess the rest of that is we can decide which balls we follow. But we do we're attuned to look for movement to survive in this world. We also overwork our amygdala, our little fight, freeze, or flight mechanism in our head. But we can also get more in the driver's seat about how that's running. How is that energy running? And notice, where's my attention right now? Is that where I want to put my energy? Oh, that thing pulled me over here. Is that where I want to be pulled? Maybe not. So I think I want to drive my own bus. So, and then next fill in the blank. What are the two things that give that energy the power? What are those things? Intention. And then what do we infuse that with? What we're re-infusing it with gratitude or an appreciation. Those are feelings. The feelings are the key. The magic of feelings. In the next 5 years, we're going to find out so much about the magic of feelings and how that is the substance and the currency of our lives, and how feelings are driving the bus. The Earth has this magnetic resonance field, And there are machines, counters that are sensitive to that planted all over the world. HeartMath Institute is in on this research. And you know, before 9/11, there was a huge spike all over the world in those machines that are measuring magnetic resonance field of heart rate. We knew, our hearts knew, our fields knew before that thing ever happened that it was going to happen. And it shows up in the field, which is our field. And so if we can be that precognizant, there's a huge intelligence going on that we are plugged into. And so what's the importance now of how much gratitude and appreciation you feel and how you can send that to whatever's calling your attention. If it happens to be you praying at this moment, you could really do something by sending that loving attention for peace, calm, resolution, fairness, whatever it is. So you can do something when you watch the news and feel helpless. You can send some energy. So how's that feel? All right. So intention and feeling give that energy, the power to what? What do you think?
Influence and bring about what you desire.
Yeah, put it down. That's excellent. Manifest. Manifest big time. Attract. Create the field for better outcomes. Create the field where better than expected really does happen. And what you desire, what you have an inkling for, what's pulling you is really good information. It's no accident. So down here, Merriam-Webster says, desire stresses the strength of feeling and often implies strong intention or aim. So it focuses our energy. I've also heard it said that desire means of the sire, in French, of sire, God, of God. Wouldn't that be something if our desires really were God, or whatever you like to call the source of all it is pulling you toward you're better than expected. Wouldn't that be cool? What if you had an ally that's like a really good partner on this other side of this interchange? What if that's what's coming back? You're getting good information. You're getting good attention back. All right. Okay, so homework for later is to go back and work on those things that you said you wanted to improve by 10%. Energy interplay them. Get them moving. Start being the driver of your own bus and start infusing those with the energies that you want. All right, so the very last thing on your page says energy interplay is your right and your responsibility. No accident that we have an awareness like this. It's our job, for heaven's sake. If we could just continue to just show up and be, pounced around by the cosmic pinball machine, I like to say, or we could have some intention with that and make it mean something. And even when you're silent, you're doing. So when you show up, you're very necessary wherever you showed up. And that's a really neat thought. So you can create a field wherever you are. You are creating a field with intention. So, all right. So let's do a little check. So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes right now. And imagine that scale again from 0 to 10. We've been playing in the energy field. So let's just check in on how much calm, joy, and satisfaction you feel right now. Breathe into that. Notice the number that pops up. 10 is completely joyful, satisfied, calm. 0 is none of that. And jot that number down. That's just for you. All right. I think that's it. All right. So questions about that? Thoughts, feelings, insights? Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you. So at the bottom of your page, I have a couple of QR codes because now I'm checking a little. And so there's a way, I think most of you have my book, but there's more books here, or if you want to order it, there's also an ebook. And it talks about this and more, how to use this energy. And then the other side is booking sessions with me. I'll talk about that on the table, that would do other stuff too. So that's it. Give yourself a hand. Thank you for playing with me today. And you can put balls in here.
Quick.
All right, there we go. Another big hand for Alice. Nice and tall. So once again, thank you all for being here. We didn't mention that it's nice to connect with everybody outside of here. The day of service, I got to talk to Alex and get to know her on a different level. And we have an opportunity coming up to do that. We're having the picnic. So 2 weeks from now, we do not have our regular general meeting. On the third Thursday, that will be our picnic, July the 20th. Hope to see you all there. Zach's bringing the corn home. We'll have a little fun with that. No, it's actually at Morris Park. I believe that's on 20th and Park. Yep, 20th and Carr. 4 to 7. What else do we have?
That was a big one. And we got a beer license, right?
We got a beer license. Yeah.
And then the other big announcement, well, I'll let you talk about it. Our car show.
Yes.
We got the green light.
All right, I know I've been saying this every meeting, but we finally got the okay. And I know I mentioned this a week ago, but we are looking for volunteers to help for the setup of the day and also the strike down. And let's see here, we decided that it would be $25 per car. And then if you wanted to buy a table, we're also doing a trade show, and that's $40 for the table. And I'm going to be counting the spots later on, see how many cars. I'm hoping at least 100. That's my goal. The next speaker is going to be, her name is Lori, and she's going to be sharing with us about, death and dying. I know that sounds a little dreary, but it is real life, and there's death and dying in our businesses, and she's going to help us get through that, or if there's a situation where we might not have experienced it before, but she's gonna give us some tips. And then let's see, I'm still looking for September to fill up, so if anyone has a great speaker that you would love to see here, please let me know, and I'll reach out to them. And I think that's all my announcements. No? Okay.
Is there anybody here for their first time? Come on. Introduce yourself to the group.
As I briefly said, my name is Ed Camp, and yes, I was born with this voice. I have been working for 35 years, teaching communication skills,